If you're a saxophone, trumpet, or trombone player, and you've been struggling to hear yourself on stage because you're drowned out by the rhythm section, stay tuned because I'm going to show you a neat little product that's going to help ensure that you have a more successful show. Hi, I'm Donna from DonnaSchwartzMusic.com, the site to boost your playing and improvisation skills up to the next level. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing JazzLab's Deflector Sound Monitor Pro. This one product is for trumpet, trombone, and saxophone players. There's inserts in here that I'm going to show you how to use. Now, this product is great if you're playing on stage, if you're playing in cover bands, on shows, but there's some other applications you can use this for as well. So in this one little box are all the components for the trumpet, the trombone, and the saxophone deflector. So, of course, I opened this up already. I have no patience. I'm really bad at Christmas time. First of all, there's instructions here about how to clip these on to each individual instrument, and the instructions are in a bunch of different languages. So let me take that out. And I took the liberty, actually, of putting everything into the nice little bag. Nice little storage pouch, okay? It's very small. And if you're a doubler, you're going to be carrying more than one component in here. But if you're not, this is going to be even smaller and thinner. So here are all the parts. The universal clip, this is for all the instruments, trumpet, trombone, and saxophone. I'm going to get to that in 1 second. This is the deflector for saxophone, and I'll be talking about the hole in the middle here. That was my question that I had asked the people at JazzLab. This is for trombone, this is for trumpet. So these are the deflector pieces for those instruments. And these connect to the universal clip. So let me show you, since I have my trumpet handy, I'm going to show you the trumpet connection. Okay, so the two pieces for trumpet are right here. We have the deflector, and you can see the JazzLab name is right there. Okay, so that's going to go on the outside, and I've got the universal clip. This is the part right here that connects. So I'm going to line this up so that the smaller part clips in to this piece right there. 2 seconds. Okay, there's your deflector. And the clip moves very easily. I don't have to loosen any kind of screw or anything like that. It moves very easily. Now, how does this connect to the trumpet? Okay, well, we have this screw over here, and you have the directions on top to open and close. So you could make it tighter, you could make it looser. All right, so I'm going to loosen this up so that I can attach it to the bell of my trumpet. And this is going to show me attaching this to the trumpet. Okay, so I've got my clip somewhat loosened here. I'm going to attach this to the top of the trumpet bell. Now, the instructions that came with the sound deflector, all the pictures have the deflector on the top of the bell. So I'm going to try that out first. However, I feel you do have flexibility for where you want to place this. You could place it at the top of the bell. You could place it at the bottom. I'm going to start off with the top of the bell, and all I need to do is put where it says open, close. That's going to face me as the trumpet player, and I'm just going to tighten the screw, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, until it's secure. And when it's off, it's obviously going to look like that. It'll look a little crazy there. When it's on, it'll look like that. And you could put this at various degrees for how much sound deflection you want back. Now, I know you're curious as to what this sounds like, so let me show you. I need to change the setup of the room just a little bit. Okay, so to try as best as I can to simulate what it would sound like from the player's perspective, as opposed to having you, just hear the sound through my mic, through my mics over here, I have my SM57 at like ear level, where I am, and yes, it's short, it's low, I know, I'm short. Okay, and I have it attached to my peak music stands, the boom music stand, the mic stand, awesome stand, great stands, got levers and everything, it's awesome. I'll put a link in the show notes, and I'll put my discount code too as well if you're interested. All right, so I'm going to start off It looks like an alien creature, I know, but I'm going to start off without the effect of the deflector. Now, this room is a little bit live. I tried to dampen the sound in here a little bit, but if you think about it, if you're on a stage, it's going to be somewhat live there too. Okay, so I'll just do like a blues lick or something like that. Now I'll add the deflector, and I'm going to put it all the way so that it's at that angle. You see that? Okay. Let me know in the comments if you could hear a difference. This may be tricky, but let me know. Now, one of the things about the deflector, it's made to kind of simulate you playing against a wall, all right, without having to play against the wall. Sometimes we don't have the opportunity to play against the wall, especially if we're at a gig. But the idea is that you want to be able to hear yourself better so you could monitor your sound and not overblow. And what happens when you overblow, you lose control over your embouchure, you sound flat, and it just gets to be a whole hot mess, and we don't want that. All right, now, your next question to me may be, well, does it matter where you place the deflector on the trumpet bell? Well, let me do this. Let me place this on the bottom part of the bell, and let's see if we hear a difference. Now, the awesome thing about the JazzLab sound deflector, you have the flexibility to place it where you want. Okay, and it's, you know, pretty simple to put it on and take it off. All right, so I'm just going to do this. I'll do the same experiment, off and then on. And I'll do the same lick. I'm going to stick with the same lick, so this way, you know, we have a comparison, something to compare to. Now, let me know in the comments, again, below, did you hear a difference between bottom of bell and top of bell? And what I'm going to tell you, I felt the difference. I heard it better. The thing also to keep in mind is that when you play a high resistance instrument like a trumpet, there's back pressure that happens. And, you know, they've done studies on orchestral musicians. The thing is, when you're playing, like your sound's going out there, you're not really able to hear what you sound like, okay? Especially on a trumpet, it's a very focused instrument, a focused sound. The sound's going right out there. Same is kind of true for saxophone as well. The bell is going out. And if you're playing a more, you know, higher resistance instrument like a soprano sax, and to some effect an alto sax, again, there's some back pressure there, and that also kind of, it takes away a little bit of your hearing as well. So a device like this can certainly help. Now, whether or not you're playing on a stage or, you know, out in public, if you're playing in a situation at home or you're practicing at home and it's really hard, you're not allowed to make a lot of noise, it's hard to hear yourself if you're playing softly. And especially if the sound is going away from you, right, from the bell, okay? And maybe it's a high resistance instrument and, you know, again, you've got that back pressure. If you use a device like this, like the Sound Deflector Pro, you could still practice softly and you could hear yourself better. And I've been testing that for the past week or so since I got this product, and it really, really helps. It really does make a difference. Now, your next question to me may be, if you're a trumpet player or even a trombone player, I put my trumpet on a stand. This thing's going to get in the way. No, it won't. The way this is fashioned, whether you have it on the top or the bottom, it's not getting in the way of where the trumpet would go into the stand. Let me use my really old stand from 1984, really ridiculously old, to show you that it's not in the way. There's my trumpet. No problem. So you'll have no problem. Now the other thing is if you play with a wireless mic, you could still clip that wireless mic on. You still have the flexibility to move it. You could even move this deflector a little bit more this way, okay, so that you can clip it to the side of the bell. You've got that flexibility. All right, let's check out how this works on the saxophone. All right, so in order to turn this from a trumpet sound deflector into a saxophone one, I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly, and it's really simple. So for the trumpet, I just made the universal connector here just straight. I'm just going to pull it apart. And now I'm going to attach it to the saxophone deflector right on this piece right over here. There's a little groove. You could see it from here. The smaller part over here is just going to slide right in, just like that. Let me do that again so you could see it. Really quick, really simple. And again, the deflector easily moves, no problem at all. And you have the screw over here to tighten to make the adjustment on your bell. So now let me show you how to put this on the saxophone. Okay, so I have my Trevor James Signature Custom Raw tenor sax, awesome horn. I've been playing this for a number of years. So I'm going to take the sound deflector, the saxophone portion now, and I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the bell. And all I'm going to do is just turn the screw to tighten it. And there we go. It's a nice snug fit. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'll actually make that a little bit better. There we go. It's going to look like that. Now let me show you what this is going to sound like, again from a player's perspective, as best as I can. Okay. This is with the deflector in the off position. Now I have the deflector in the on position at this angle. Now let me know in the comments right now, did you hear a difference between on and off? I can tell you I absolutely heard a difference. When this was off, I felt like the sound was just like kind of really far out there. When I put it on, it was like right there. I felt like, you know, it was less effort, it was easier, and it was certainly easier to hear. Now your question to me may be, well, what if I don't play wired? What if I play with a wireless mic? All right, well you can easily clip on your wireless mic to this bell. Let me show you. Okay, so I have my AMT Quantum 7 Mini wireless mic over here, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to basically put this on the bell. And since I place the microphone more towards the upper left stack, it's not going to be a problem. If you are the type of player that places it in the bell, you could simply put it right in front of the deflector, right there. And you could even angle it more so that it matches the hole that's there. Okay, so it's not a problem. It's not going to get in the way either position that you put the wireless mic. Your next question to me may be, well, you know, you've got this deflector on and you even have the wireless mic on. How will this fit on my saxophone stand? This universal clip on the bottom is going to get in the way. All right, well, let me show you that it actually doesn't. Okay, so here I have my Peak Music Stand's tenor sax instrument stand. And as you can see, give you a close-up, this clip, there's plenty of space. So it's not getting in the way of the saxophone being secure and snug on the stand. Okay, your next question to me may be, how do I know what angle to put the saxophone deflector at? I like to think of it this way. A lot of times when we can't hear ourselves, what do? We play against a wall. If we're playing in a room that's fairly large, sound's going all over the place, we try to find a wall to hear ourselves. Well, why not put the angle of the deflector at that same position? So that would be my recommendation. But just remember, this deflector, it's so versatile, it's so flexible, you could change the angle very easily to find something that you like. Now, your other question may be, all right, what's up? Why is that hole in that spot on the saxophone deflector? Well, when I asked the makers of this at JazzLab, I had an assumption that it was for people that play with wired mics, and I was right. They were thinking that they would create that space there so that people, you know, that play wired mics, they'd be able to, you know, either have the microphone go through or just be close to that. Now, here's the thing though, what Sylvan Jancic said to me was that the hole really doesn't matter actually. It doesn't affect the sound coming back to you. And even if you played, 6 inches away, the hole there, even the sound deflector is not going to get in the way of the sound. Okay, so that's the first thing. But here's another thing that I want to make pretty clear. A lot of great studio musicians out here in Los Angeles have said to me, when you're playing saxophone and you want to be mic'd, whether it's with a wireless mic or with a wired mic, you don't want to place the microphone in the bell or at the bell. You actually want to angle this so that it's up towards the left stack. Okay, so you'd actually put it, I'm going to put a little lower because I'm short. Keep forgetting that. So I'd put it more like around here. And that's how you'd want to do this. And then the sound deflector's not going to get in the way. Okay, that sound coming back is not going to interfere with the sound going into the microphone. Okay, so you can get the JazzLab Deflector Sound Monitor Pro on Amazon. It's around, right now, as of this date, it's around $60. I've got a link to my Amazon shop where I have it listed in the saxophone supplies and trumpet supplies. So you could definitely check it out there. Amazon, you'll get it nice and quick. Now, I hope this video gave you some more insight into this product as to whether or not it's going to help you hear yourself better, be able to monitor your sound, and not worry about overblowing. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel so you know when my next video comes out each and every week. And on that note, take care, have a great day.